Okay, so I traded SGMO today, mostly, pretty much exclusively. I made one other trade on SYMC, but it was a quick trade, really small loss that I probably should have avoided in the first place, but that doesn't matter. So let's bring up the daily chart on SGMO, and just a little background about me. I am notoriously bad at trading 5-minute orbs, I would say, so I'm trying to develop a new kind of game plan going in and limit the trades I take on them, because I'll force a trade just because it's the first 5 minutes and I haven't taken a trade, and I'm trying to avoid that. So I kind of went in with a new game plan today. SGMO lined up perfectly for it. So this is the daily, and these two purple lines are very prominent, very important daily levels that I identified. They touch 3 times each pretty much on both levels, and both levels are pretty close, within 30 cents. So establishing that going into the open, where we open, get rid of this, I'll bring up the 1. Where we open is very close to these levels. On the 1 minute, you can see here we're opening 20 cents or so, 15 cents above the first level. So my thesis going into this trade, the start was, if we break under this level, that's way too big. If we break under this level and stay under it, in between the two, I'm not going to take a trade. But if we stay below this level or above this top level, I'm going to be long biased on top, short biased on the bottom. So once it flushed out in the first minute, I took a short immediately once it broke under that level. About 40% size with my stop above this. And then once I saw that my thesis was correct, we were going down, it couldn't break up above, it had this wick, and then was ready to pretty much flush down. I added the other 60%, took full size with my stop right above this level right here. So it was telling me I was correct pretty much with the price action. It flushed down. I took one partial at 2 to 1 right here, but my mistake I made here was me thinking that this level was so important that if it was stuck under the level, it was going to be a longer move. So I only took one partial at 2 to 1, which is good, but I was thinking, I still had 75% of my position. I was thinking it was going to be a longer move because how important the levels were. So it came back on me, stopped out, break even. I had the same plan, like nothing really changed since it never broke up above the level. So I took another short, covered at the low a day, which was about 2 to 1. It pushed up above, back towards above the moving averages, towards the level of VWAP. So I got out of break even, maybe lost $1 or 2 there, but I was overall green on the trade. So then we come back up above the level. We don't even really have any rejection on it. We just break right through, and it's coinciding perfectly with VWAP, and it hovered there for a bit. So I took a long stop under right here for pretty tight trade. I mean, it was very clear what my intentions were. First partial was up here. I took it a little bit soon, and then my next partial, this was 2 to 1. This one was 3 to 1, which was high a day. So it really fit perfectly. I did add to this trade, which even looking back, I don't think it was a bad idea. So we broke up. I took a partial at the high a day, and then we were kind of just lingering here. We had this hammer, and I was holding above the moving average right here, thinking we're going to get a little bit of a rest and then another push forward. It didn't happen, and I got out, stopped out at break even. I do trade with Alliance, and all these tickets are pretty much $1, maybe $2, so I'm more than happy to get in and get out if I feel uncomfortable and then things turn around. So that's pretty much exactly what I did here. I got back in on this candle. It was holding the moving averages, the level I already established and determined was important, and it was creating a pretty nice ABCD off the 9 and 20 here. So I was hoping for a move up above the high a day, maybe towards the pre-market high, which was like 1390. So I got back in. I didn't like how it looked. Stopped out. Then I took it one more time right here. So this is its own trade. This one's its own trade. This is a new trade. Got in long. It was holding above, just wicking down under the level and the moving averages. Got in long one more time. Got a partial at 2-to-1, 3-to-1. Then I still had 50%. I was really biased on a long move today, which was, I don't know, maybe not the best mindset to go in. It is pretty choppy in the summer. But I was really looking to catch like a good follow through on a trade, which I never got today. But it is what it is. So, sorry, we're in long here. Partial 2-to-1, 3-to-1. And then it immediately came back right here at this candle, but it was holding the moving average. It was holding this line, which was in my head all these wicks. And I was hoping they were going to turn to support. So I added back what I partialed out up here, hoping for a bigger move up. This add-in was going to be like a scalp, so if I moved back up to 1330, I would have taken this, what I added back in, right off for a quick, cash flow. But it kind of just fizzled out for the rest of the day, or the rest of my trade, and I got stopped out, break even. But overall, I'm happy with, my new kind of strategy going in, trying to develop some very important daily levels and trade off them on the open, because, like I said, I'm just notoriously bad at 5-minute orbs. But overall, I'm happy with how this went. I don't feel I overtraded it. I feel I traded it fairly well. It was a little bit more, intuition based, and not strictly this is an ABC, the D, this is a double bottom. I kind of want to develop, reading the level 2, the tape, and kind of get better at like that. But thanks for watching. I'll see you later.